Okay, same as always. I'm going to use the computer to do this and reset. I'm going to set x to be a variable. And I'll certainly read the instructions in a moment, but right now I'm seeing the function. The function's f of x equals the sine of x. And then what I'm going to type in is I want the Taylor polynomials. I'm going to call it t of x. And t of x is equal Taylor, Taylor. And it's going to be f of x. And the variable's x. And the center for this one is actually pi. So I'm going to type in pi. And then what I'm going to do is I want to take it out a certain level. And they want fifth degree. So yeah, again, I'm not that familiar sometimes with software, and I wonder, am I doing it right? I want to display it. So I'm going to display t of x. And I want to see what happens over there. And you know, someone says it looks so different than what you have written over there. But I just want to make sure I'm seeing it's definitely degree 5, as you can see that. All right. And I'm seeing they did some, you know, spiffy things with it by computing numbers and stuff. But I do see it. I see what they're saying. And what I want to do is, it's the same thing, by the way. I want to plot this. All right. So I'm not going to say my plot is going to look as good as the plot they're providing to me here. But, you know, I'm using different software. And the one in the notes, I'm using an application called Grapher. Here I'm using Sage to do it. So I'm going to plot. And what I want to plot is I want to plot two things. I want to plot f of x, and I want to plot t of x. And I'm just playing with the software at this point. And by the way, I'm not going to really give it any like bounds on it, but I want to see what happens. And when it does it, what it's going to do is it's going to compute it, and then it's going to open up another application, and I'm going to have to pull that over into the window that we're viewing. And I notice that it's not giving me really what I'm seeing over here. So I'm going to change my viewing window. Let me close this out to be more in line with what I see up here. I'm going to use the up arrow now. And the up arrow is going to give me back the command. And what I'm going to do is type in, let me go back over here. I'm going to type in xmin. And I want the minimum to be, I'm going to say minus 0.5. And I want the x max. And again, this still may not give me what I want. I'm looking at the picture they got. I'm going to say it looks about, I don't know, I'm going to say about 7. I'm going to say 7.5 though. All right, let's close it out. And I'm going to launch it again. I'm going to pull it back. And I want to point out, I'm seeing a much better picture now. All right, what I mean by that, I'm definitely seeing the sine function and then that Taylor polynomial. And it's certainly in line with what's over here. Someone might say, oh, gee, it's a little bit different. It is. The scale along the x-axis is different than what I have written over here. You got a lot of control over this, though. What I mean by that, you know, I can definitely change. I'll point this out to you. Like if I can do x min, x max, I can do y min, y max. Let me do that over here, y min. And let me just scroll up a little bit. And I'm going to say, you know, maybe minus 1.5, let's say. And there's a lot of control over this. There really is. And then it's a little difficult to use, though. The y max now. I'm going to say that's 1.5. I hit the return. I'm going to pull it back into the viewing window you guys are looking at. And certainly it's looking okay. And someone says, you know, this one over here, it still looks different. I mean, it got different scale over here. But I'm seeing it. I'm seeing exactly what they're seeing over there. And where's the fit? The fit's pretty good around pi. But then when you start going away from pi in either direction, there's a little bit of a divergence over there. Again, you may want to play around with this. For example, let me just give you an idea what I mean by this. Let me just scroll back up. And instead of doing 5, let me do 50. All right. Now, I can display that now. And I'll show you. It looks really bizarre when you do it, though. It's bizarre looking. Let me clear the screen. And what I want to do is I want to plot again. And what am I going to plot? I'm going to plot this. And you're going to notice something about it when I do it. Let me do that. I'm going to pull it into view. And someone says, I don't see the two curves now. And it's true, you don't see them. What are you seeing is you're basically just seeing the sine function. So what I want to do over here is I'm going to go to a different range on the axis. And instead of, minus zero point 0.5, I'm going to go to minus 50 now. And the maximum, I'm going to go to 50. Hit return. And it launches it again. Again, when I pull into view, I think you probably know that the blue curve is the sine curve, and the green curve is a Taylor Polynomial degree 50. Does it fit? It's an impeccably good fit, by the way, but only in a certain range of numbers. What range of numbers here? You're looking at like, minus 19 or so, all the way up to maybe like, I don't know, 20 something, 21, 22. All right. So it can hurt to play around, and I do recommend that you play around with software to learn something from it. Thank you.